How are you doing?
Good. What's up
Good.
with you?
I'm feeling socially distant right now.
Staying alive.
Being
We're
alive.
so socially distanced.
I don't actually know where you guys live, so we could be right next door. I don't even know.
We're not.
Yeah,
Yes, we
I'm not
are.
telling you.
Brad
So,
lives in Weston at 1414 East. No.
Yeah, come find me.
don't find me. So, I don't know that any of us decided that we were going to take charge of this, but I'm Laura Blado with Remax Excel.
I'm Brad Harvey with Remax Excel.
I'm Phil Larkin with First Weber, and missing from the group is Brittany B. Burns from First Weber as well. She's busy tonight.
We're not good enough for her.
Nope. Too cool for school.
Too cool for school.
Hmm.
So you may have noticed that we missed an episode last week and haven't really been very active on the page. And throughout all of the COVID social distancing, it's made it very difficult for us as agents to be able to get together. So I think what we kind of wanted to do is all touch base, let you know what's up, what's going on in the market, and let you know we're still alive and we still plan on keeping this going. It's just a little more difficult than it has been, right?
Totally.
Yep, exactly. We haven't really seen a huge slowdown.
Oh,
People are still out. Our listings in particular have been getting a lot of showings and a lot of really good showings. We've had people placing a bunch of offers. So I don't think the market is feeling the effect quite yet.
I think it's a little bit slower than a normal spring, but I mean in big picture perspective, but I think people are still very much active. So, um have you guys been doing anything differently, or have you had conversations, any sellers behind the scenes that are nervous about listing right now and kind of holding off, or what is like your personal policies, have they changed as far as listings and showing buyers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
Go
get
ahead,
around
Phil.
with it, Brad. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just like, and I'm sure everyone's been inundated with emails about COVID-19, and every business has decided that they need to release a statement about it. So everyone is getting kind of over the top with the emails and the media flow or information flow. But we're trying to just limit contact as far as showings go. If it's no non-essential people, really, we don't want them coming to the showings, just to limit the amount of people coming through. We don't want people touching anything. If a seller has the lights turned on for the house for the showing, we leave them on. Hopefully all the doors are open. We've just trying to limit contact with everything. And then if you bring us some Clorox wipes with you or hand sanitize before and after, just best practices, that kind of stuff. And then sellers, we've really just left it up to them as far as if they want people to come through the house or if they don't. Thus far, we've had a few that have decided to just put it on hold. They're not in a rush to sell, so we're just like, well, we don't have anywhere we're going yet. We're not in a rush. We're just going to hold off. We've had a couple sellers or one seller that has asked for no showings. And then the other ones are just kind of playing it safe, like we'll leave the lights on, don't have them touch anything, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Brad?
Yep. Yeah, we've done pretty much the same thing. We've gone as far as putting notes on doors saying, first of all, if you do feel any symptoms of anything, reschedule, don't come in. And then beyond that, the sanitizing, wipes, all that stuff is all something that we've been doing now for the last week or so. We've also been kind of learning what our industry requires electronically, where we're doing so much more now without having any contact with people. So we're filling out listing documents and offer documents, which we already had in the
Yeah.
past, but now it's to the full extent where we just really don't come in contact or extremely minimal amounts of contact.
Are you doing your listing appointments virtually, Brad and Phil?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If we can, yeah. We have one group that doesn't like or doesn't do email stuff, so I've had to go and meet with them, but everyone else has been virtual.
I met with a seller yesterday. We're going to list next week. live in person, and because I need measurements and I need to see the house.
Mhm.
This is the part that's hard for me is I don't feel comfortable putting something on the market and telling somebody what it's going to be listed at as far as a recommended list price without physically having been in it, because I don't know if the basement smells damp. I don't know if there's something, even if they're walking me through on their cell phone, if there's something they're avoiding showing me.
Big time. Yeah.
So I'm making, my policy has been this, I'm going to do 360 camera, what do you call those? Virtual tours.
Matterport.
No, similar.
Oh.
That's coming, that'll be starting this next week with my new listing. And I'll probably go through my existing listing with it over this weekend and put that together too, so that it's easier for folks to stay home and not have to really go through the house unless they decide they're very serious about it. Because I have had a couple of experiences with my listing, with one of my listings last weekend, that I wish that everybody was doing everything that we've asked of them, but not everybody is. So just want to take that extra step, I guess, to put that little bit of an extra precautionary step in place for sellers. And buyers, I am same as you, asking no kids to be along unless it's an absolute dire straits need, and everybody to keep their hands in their pockets. I'm opening doors or drawers or cabinets or closets if need be with a disinfectant wipe, and I'm wearing gloves, and we're taking our shoes off obviously before we're walking through the houses for sure, regardless of whether or not it's a requirement in the listing or the showing instructions for the home. But it's busy.
Yeah, so it's strange. You would expect it to slow down more. Haven't really seen that quite yet, and maybe it's just because Wisconsin's not such an epicenter as some other states. But I mean, you read everything and you hear everything, that we're probably not at our peak yet. So it's interesting to see what happens in the next month or so.
Yeah, I think the latest projection I saw was like 2.5 to 3 weeks out is when they're projecting us to peak as far as cases, but we definitely have seen an increase over the past week.
Mm-hmm.
Terms
right
been tested. What was the other thing I was going to say to that regard?
How many times in the last week do you think you've put on hand sanitizer?
Too many.
They're literally raw, and I'm really like, it's really awkward to not shake hands. We've talked about this before, but it's even worse to try and like do things with gloves.
Yeah.
Take notes with latex gloves on is sort of odd. But it takes me, when I get into my car after a showing, the first thing I do is take out another wipe and wipe down my entire like folder, wipe my steering wheel, wipe everything in my car around me again, and then hand sanitizer. So like to leave a property now takes me like 5 full minutes just to get myself uncontaminated, I guess. It's weird. It's a weird time.
Yeah, I always think about now when I'm in my truck and driving around and putting on hand sanitizer, that it used to be where like police officers would look for people who were texting and driving. Nowadays, it's going to be hand sanitizers and driving.
Sanitizing and driving.
If you see me driving erratically, I'm just putting on hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I'm sorry, officer. I've not been drinking. The alcohol that you're recording is from my sanitizer.
It's a good bumper sticker, Brad.
Well, Phil, I asked your wife that. I said, if you use enough hand sanitizer, can you get a contact drunk? I don't think so.
Well, if you're drinking it, I think you're using it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw a really funny meme that said, I've put on so much hand sanitizer this week that when I go to the bathroom now, I can clean the toilet or something like that. I was like, oh, that's a lot of sanitizer. I don't think I'm there yet. The other thing that I was forgetting before was the biggest piece that I think we all are sort of like, is the financing going to go through? Has the buyer's employment like what industry are they in, and is it really solid
Right.
part right now? You
I've-
guys had a fun experience with that, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a healthcare worker that is,
That one's ongoing.
yeah, that's a healthcare worker that they're to keep everyone in the group employed. The top level decided to take a cut in pay, a very healthy cut in pay, so that they didn't have to lay anyone off because people are following the stay at home, like don't come to the hospital initiative, and the department that they work in generally sees a lot of people that come through. So unless the only people that are coming in now are people that actually have life-threatening ailments and are, as it's intended, and then anyone that is any bit respiratory is going just directly to the set up COVID clinic that they have. So their patient census is much lower. So that's a little bit of a fun one that we just kind of pushed back. And then obviously anyone that's in the service industry is laid off until things go back to somewhat normal. So it's a little interesting feeling offers when you're representing a seller, and it's like, okay, so what line of business and I don't know if you can technically, as you're probably not supposed to ask that as far as discrimination goes, but as a buyer's agent, if someone is in a field that is very secure, I would have no qualms sharing it in my offer, saying, hey, these people have no slowdown in sight. They're essential. They're still going to work every day, and that's not expected to change.
Well, that's an interesting point, because I think, ideally it shouldn't land on, real estate agents to determine whether or not we feel that that person is secure in their financing. That's really the job of the lenders. And we've been having a lot of conversations, I'm sure you guys have too, with lenders about what's this really looking like for people. And, one of the biggest things that they've been pushing is to give ourselves longer timeframes to make sure that appraisals can get done. Because, well, quite frankly, even just the logistics of things like appraisals are tough, because some appraisers are not willing to go into homes right now. They don't feel safe in them. So got to give ourselves a lot of time.
Yeah, everything is just making timelines longer, which we can certainly deal with. I'd rather be able to extend timelines out than have to cancel deals.
Yes, and I think that's the case for everybody involved in the whole transaction. I also feel like this is really an excellent time as an industry for us all to understand the value of collaboration, which we've talked about in the past. That's sort of like that's our style. That's how we're already operating. But there's a segment of our industry that is very competitive and not collaborative. And I think that this is definitely one of those times where if you haven't already embraced the idea of collaboration, it's going to have to be something you start to wrap your head around, because there are going to be situations where we all, everybody in the transaction is going to have to give a little in some way to make it work. Right?
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
That's my motto. I should probably put that on my new office wall. Anything else you guys have for updates that you want to talk about?
If anyone out there would like to join the Home Selling Homies, we may be looking for a new fourth. Burns.
Well, I was going to say that
Red or
it's
orange?
been what?
Red or orange?
Yeah, pick your color.
Pick your color.
Rep your color.
Brad's wearing orange, so probably coming back.
Red.
It's
like a
rumor mill.
What did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, start those rumors. I was going to say that we've come a long way for, when was our last episode posted? 2 or 3 weeks ago? The coronavirus one that we did. That's
last one, or was the Girl Scout cookie one our last one?
Yeah.
Cookie.
Cookies?
Right. So, it was funny. We were kind of joking about this coronavirus thing. We had coronas, and we were kind of talking about it a little bit nonchalantly, but
yeah,
we've really, it's really changed in the last few weeks.
Sure has.
Mm-hmm.
Life is, I still kind of, I personally still laugh at a lot of the memes out there. behind the scenes. Do I think it's what I should be marketing? No, because this is a definite serious thing for a lot of folks, and I don't know that everybody takes it as seriously maybe as necessarily needs to happen so that we can hurry up and get back to normal. But that's my opinion. That's not like to get political or anything like that. That's just, it's hard to see people suffering. It's hard to see people whose family members are passing away and they can't even go to a funeral. Like that is hard for me
Yeah.
to process what that must, people whose weddings are being canceled and they have to do them virtually with a webcam and like two people next to them. Like that's the biggest day of your life kind of thing. And, it's hard to see that stuff and not feel, I don't know about you, but my anxiety level has been up here. And I think mostly because I'm just such an empathic person that even if it's not directly happening to me, if I'm seeing it happen to people that I care about, it really affects me. I don't know if that's happening to you or not, but it's definitely happening to me.
Yeah, it's a very strange world.
I
Yeah.
miss social interaction big
Yeah.
time. And Laura, I was actually thinking about you the other day because I know you're a hugger.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what the world could use right now would just be like everyone jumps on FaceTime and like you put a load of really nice thick towels in the dryer. And then you get on FaceTime and you like wrap it around you really tight while you're FaceTime with your friend and be like, you feel that embrace? Like, oh, it's a good hug. Like a virtual hug. I think we should start a hashtag like virtual hug and just, you put the towel in the dryer for 15 minutes and when you need
Yeah.
some hugging, you
Those
call your
weighted,
buddy and
have you seen those weighted blankets? I feel like those are probably coming in real handy right now. But
yeah,
also,
but can they be warm?
yeah, what do people do that don't have a dog? Because if I didn't have a dog, and most of y'all know I don't have anybody else in my life living with me. So it's me and my dog. There are no other human interactions or any other exchange of energies happening around me unless it's haunted and I don't know. But without a dog, I'd probably be losing my mind right now.
They are pretty great.
We all have dogs.
Rule.
That's kind of right. Yeah, we all do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully our new fourth member has a dog too.
I hope our new fourth. That's gonna have to be a new interview question. You can't join our club unless you have a dog.
Brad, ask your wife if you can ask that question in an interview.
Well, I don't think it's a protected class or anything.
Phil.
It's not. Cats aren't a
Dog
protected class.
owners. No, cats aren't nothing.
No.
Okay. Well, just wanted to be safe.
Yeah, it's good to be safe. We don't.
So
want...
what are we gonna ask our audience to comment about now? We should have some sort of call to action, huh?
Call to action.
Maybe
What's your
maybe
animal's name?
That we could ask people to post their favorite Tiger King memes because that's been a big part of my last week.
So Netflix binging. What have you guys been? I mean, everybody's obviously Netflix binging right now at some point in their life. I don't have as much time on my hands as I'd like, but I definitely have a show that I'm watching right now. What are you guys watching? Just Tiger King?
I'm
I
trying to
Tiger King in
Netflix
like a
and
day,
chill as
so.
much as possible.
I'm sure you feel, but you're married, so it's easy for you.
Uh-oh, we lost your audio again, Laura.
Oh, am I back?
Oh, you're back.
Okay.
Oh, you're back. Yeah, Tiger King was pretty great.
I haven't
Tiger King,
started it yet.
Ozarks.
Oh,
My wife and I have been watching The Handmaid's Tale.
It's really dark right now, and I don't really need. I don't want dark.
Yeah, there's one other one that I don't know, but mostly Tiger King and Ozarks.
So I haven't gotten into Tiger King yet, but from what I understand, it's cray.
Carol Baskins, total bitch.
Carol Baskin is the reason why we have COVID-19, for sure.
For sure.
I just saw a meme yesterday. You guys might have seen it too. The appraisal was something about the appraisal being low because of Carol Baskin, and I was like, I don't know who that is, but I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you gotta watch that show. It is just, it's great.
It's in my queue. I'm trying to finish up Love is Blind right now. I realize it's very much the girly thing to do, but it's very interesting, and I love sociology, and this whole experiment is definitely very eye-opening to me. Also, it's just really enlightening from the dating perspective, which is almost non-existent for me, but still, it's very enlightening. So I've got a few pointers out of that show that I'll apply in my life.
Well,
I
little
just
did they
figured out what
know
our-
that.
What?
What? I was gonna say, little did that show know that that's probably gonna be the way that people have to date now, is without seeing each other in person.
It's like, you know, you guys know that we have about 100 Zoom meetings a day because of industry stuff going on that is keeping us up to date on all of the legalities and how to pivot and adjust and make things work out best for our clients and whatever. So, and plus I'm playing I'm like playing Cards Against Humanity with my family on Zoom, which is amazing, by the way. It's so much fun. So this tool in itself, which is what we're on right now, Zoom, is amazing. And I can't imagine what their publicly traded stocks are doing right now, but it's got to be pretty good. And then I forgot where my train of thought was going with that. What were we talking about?
I know what our call to action should be. All of our viewers need to give us any suggestions of potential suitors to help Laura's less than busy dating life. Peg, any suggestions you have below, and Brad and I will vet them.
Oh my
And
God.
then the ones that get through, you get a one-on-one date with Mrs. This one right here.
A lot of misses.
Miss
You can stand outside her window and say hi in the chat.
6 feet away.
Nobody will have my address until there's a ring on it, I think. I don't know. We'll see. That's a terrible idea, Phil, but I kind of like it.
Good idea. I'm the one that edits the video, so it's staying in.
We could really put our blooper reel together one of these days. Because there's
I should have done that. Yeah.
You know, we have all this new equipment too, which I'd love to be able to play with, but this ain't working out so well.
Yeah. Max Ray still owes me a check for that. Max Ray.
Uh-oh. Don't at me.
So I guess we'll probably look forward to seeing people. Do we want to keep trying to do Zoom meetings, or do we want to kind of put this on hold for a minute?
Well, let's see how this turns out and how everyone feels about it. So let us know if you think this works, and if you like this format at least a little bit. I mean, it's better, I think, than nothing. So after you comment and let us know potential suitors for Laura, let us know what you think about the Zoom meeting format. And based upon our reaction, we'll either keep doing this or put everything on hold maybe for a little while.
Okay, I'm down.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
With or without B. Burns, we'll get it done.
Poor Brittany. Getting replaced already.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
See your faces and hear your voices, because it's hard to be socially distant. That is.
Yep.
All right. All the rest of you out there, we hope you're safe. We hope your family is healthy and stays that way. Please be careful out there. We care about our community, so that's important to us.
Big time.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you
All
guys.
right, guys.
Everybody enjoy your weekend and get some sunshine. It looks really like we're going to have some great weather coming.
Peace.
See you later.
Bye.